presentation, you will learn about virtual research. The past couple of decades have seen a rampant shift in the structure of our society as we move from a traditional society to a more digitalized one. With each passing year, the value and importance of technology has increased fourfold. Digital literacy has become a vital skill in various fields, and its importance will only continue to grow into other areas. The field of research holds no exception to this. Over the past couple of years, the role of computers and other digital channels have only gained importance in research and for researchers. While critics are still debating the effects of this transition, it is without a doubt that virtual learning and research have aided researchers in a multitude of ways. As Enon Fry and Schroeder mention in their paper, The Ethics of Internet Research, the Internet has emerged as a major data resource for social science research. Not only is it a lens through which to observe our subjects of research and how they construct their identities and communities online, but it can also be a tool for gathering and analyzing social science data on a large scale. The uptake of Internet research for quantitative studies in disciplines as diverse as information science, political science, and geography, together with its deployment in the emergent area of e-social science, means that the Internet is increasingly taking the form of a laboratory for the social sciences in much the same way as astronomers might use a virtual observatory to understand the mysteries of the night sky. Digital literacy has become one of the most essential skills of the 21st century. In brief, this involves the interaction, collaboration, and management of data and information through digital platforms. This includes Digital Information Literacy, or DIL, which is the ability to recognize the need for, to access, and to evaluate electronic information. The digitally literate can confidently use, manage, create, quote, and share sources of digital information in an effective way. Digital media literacy includes the ability to identify media and its messages and create media responsibly. It also includes both nuts and bolts, skills, and ethical obligations. Information and Communication Technology, ICT literacy. ICT literacy is the ability to use tools of information and communication technology to define one's information problem clearly, access information efficiently, evaluate the reliability, authority, and bias of sources, organize and synthesize one's information with the best ICT tools available in order to use it effectively and responsibly, communicate one's new ideas effectively and ethically with the appropriate ICT tools available. Virtual research is a relatively new method of study. Hence, there are no comprehensive definitions for it. However, based on the popular and more common uses for the same, one could try to identify its benefits and use it to understand the concept of virtual research more clearly. Uses and benefits of virtual research. The virtual world provides researchers with a larger window to the world. This allows them to understand, read, and learn about research problems and issues across the globe. This in turn broadens the scope of research. Many researchers publish their work on online platforms. This enables researchers from different institutions and countries to refer to each other's work. Subsequently, this also helps to create a more comprehensive literature base for the research. The virtual world has reduced the distance between researchers and allows them to collaborate much easier. Especially during unforeseen circumstances like the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual platforms have come as a boon for researchers to share their work and learn from one another. The traditional pen-to-paper method of research has been replaced by digital tools like Microsoft Word, Notepad, etc. These provide additional features which make it easier for compiling the collected data. Other tools like Microsoft Excel, Google Spreadsheet, and Scoro allow researchers to organize large amounts of data in a much more organized fashion. Additionally, external softwares like SPSS, Stata, Python, R, Sysens, CAT, etc. provide researchers with a number of features which enable them to clean and analyze the data, transcribe and utilize it in the best way for research. These allow the researcher to save time and also reduces the number of possible errors which may arise when mathematically manipulating the collected data. Benefits of virtual research. Virtual research supports many of the 21st century skills. That is, skills, abilities, and learning dispositions required for success in the 21st century, predominantly involving the use of technology and economy. As mentioned earlier, societies are rapidly changing to become more digital in nature, and it is crucial for researchers, especially social researchers, to move with the times. It also helps in providing a more accessible and coherent method of connecting researchers across the globe. Aside from the traditional sources of literature available, the virtual sphere also provides researchers with a vast range of sources through which they may collect and compile data. Several softwares have also been created virtually to assist researchers in collecting, analyzing, and presenting data. Hence, the scope of the virtual assistance in research is not restricted to merely one area, but helps the researcher in a number of ways. It has become easier for academicians and researchers to work together and help one another with their projects or researches. There is a greater scope not only for collaborations but also for peer reviews and other forms of assistance. Thus, it reduces the distance between them and also allows researchers from several different fields join forces and work together with ease. Uses of computers. Computers are used actively by researchers in various facets of research. Some of them, as mentioned by Dr. Pawan Kumar Oberoi in his book Research Methodology, are access to secondary data. A vast amount of secondary data in the form of periodicals, documents, newspapers, or articles can be accessed using computers. Many of the big libraries and other platforms allow students and researchers to retrieve and read such files using the internet. Further, one can also use it to access the database of organizations and other groups. Search engines like Google, Firefox have specialized engines which allow researchers to filter and collect the kind of data they require. They have matching and indexing facilities which make it easier to track and find the desired kind of data. Data collection over questionnaire made easy. In several cases, samples for the research could be spread over a large area. Normally, it would take a number of days for the questionnaire to reach the participants and then for them to fill it and send it back. However, e-questionnaires have made things much easier and economical. Also, it becomes easier and could be accessed by the researcher since it's saved on the computer. Useful during interviews. Researchers use audiovisual tools to record interviews. This allows the researcher to concentrate on conducting the interview and allows him or her to focus on the interview without getting distracted. Recording interviews also allows the researcher to go back and refer to the interview at a later stage. Computer-assisted telephonic interviews, or ATI, automatically selects and prompts the interviewer in asking questions. Hence, it makes the process more efficient and quicker. Additionally, even when conducting the focus group interviews, it becomes more economical for the researcher as he or she can bring in a number of participants together at a much lower cost while being concerned with lesser logistics. Comprehensive observation. Several times, observers may be subject to fatigue, halo effects, and a lack of concentration when working over a continuous period of time. Hence, the data collected may be invalid or not reliable. Researchers rely on modern technology and use closed-circuit TV, CCTV, to observe the event carefully. The recorded data may be referred and used at a later stage. Computers for data analysis. There are a number of softwares available today which ease the work of the researcher, especially with regard to editing, coding, and tabulation. This also ensures that there are fewer non-sampling errors in the analyzed data. External computerized softwares are also extremely helpful when the researcher wants to perform complex statistical analysis. With the help of these softwares, the data gets scanned and entered and could be then organized or edited using full screen editors, spreadsheets, etc. Data mining and data storage. Data mining refers to the process through which meaningful relevant data is extracted from a larger raw set of data. Softwares unearth valid, useful patterns from the larger data which is collected. Associations between variables can also be found using data mining software. Data storage. Within any kind of research, there is a vast volume of data which is collected by the researcher. While it is crucial for the researcher to refine the raw data to collect the desired information, it does not imply that the remaining data can be discarded. In certain cases, the researcher may have to redo the research if they do not get the desired or anticipated results. The saved data can thus assist them instead of starting from scratch. Large amounts of data can easily be stored in data warehouses. Data warehouses share and organize large volumes of data in a standardized form for retrieval, interpretation, and sorting. Digital devices like a USB and hard drive may be used for storing the information. They could also be saved virtually on clouds, backups, etc. Multivariate analysis. Multivariate analysis techniques analyze the simultaneous relationship between three or more phenomena. These techniques are complex and cannot be carried out manually by the researcher. Hence, research projects use multivariate techniques of analysis, rely on computers or other virtual software packages to perform these tasks easily. Reporting the results. Computers are extensively used even when reporting the results of research. Whether it is a written or oral presentation, the researcher relies on softwares to aid them. If the research is reported in a written format, most commonly the researcher would use Microsoft Word to present the findings. PowerPoint presentations are used when orally presenting a report. Additionally, diagrams and other graphical representations can easily be made with the help of computers. These enable the researcher to present their report in a more appealing fashion. I hope you now have a better understanding of virtual research. Thank you for watching the presentation.